It's been a while. I think the last time I uploaded on this channel was probably about 2 years ago. The book collection has grown substantially. I think the last time we talked I had that tiny little bookcase and that was it. Hello, it's been a while. I'm sure I'll talk about everything that's been going on in my life at some point, but now is not the time. We are starting with a reading vlog, a weekly reading vlog, and I'm very excited because I feel like, one, this is a very exciting week. It's Halloween week and it's just gonna be a fun week. That's all I've got to say. I'm about to start my latest read, which I'm very excited for. Pet Semetary by Mr. Stephen King. I have read 4 Stephen King books and I'm growing my collection. I follow a lot of people that have read a lot of Stephen King and most of them have said that Pet Semetary is their favourite, so I'm very excited. Don't really know the overall premise. I'm kind of going in blind, which I feel like is the best thing for Stephen King books, because you know you're in for a wild ride. I read It this year. First of all, I can't believe that I read it. It is a monster of a book. Little story behind this. I had this on my TBR for years. I'm talking about 3 or 4 years. And then I got rid of it, sent it to the charity shop. So I was like, I'm never going to read this. It's too big. It's like 1,100 pages. Like, no. This could be used as a weapon. So I took it to the charity shop, and then about a year later, it might have been my own copy, to be honest, I found it in the charity shop again and I was like, you know what, I'm ready for this now. So I bought it again. I think it was like £2. I read it over the summer. It took me about 3 weeks to read it. I did a mixture of reading with my eyeballs and the audiobook. I loved it. 5 stars. Easy 5 stars. It was great. This isn't a profound review. A lot of people like this book, so yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I think I've pretty much enjoyed every Stephen King book I've read so far. The Institute, I read this when I don't know why I'm going on a Stephen King rant, but here we go. The Institute I read when I just finished uni, like in the summer after uni, and it was great. Like I base my ratings on vibes and what's going on in my life at the time that I'm reading it. This was excellent vibes. Didn't match the vibes of the book, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. These 2, 5 stars. Anyway, Pet Semetary, thought would be the perfect book for Halloween week. At the moment, my reading speed is it's usually about a book and a half a week. So I'm hoping I can finish this. It's Sunday now and Halloween's on Friday. So I'm hoping I can finish this by Friday. I'm sure I will. Because again, I'll probably listen to it alongside the audiobook because I'm a crafty girly. I got stuff to do and I want to combine my things, and an audiobook is perfect for that. So this is the book of the week. I've been talking for 6.5 minutes. Welcome back. I need to get a tripod for this YouTube thing because I get tired and I don't want to hold up my phone. Is that a good angle? Is that cute? Oh, spoilers! My most recent reads. I've decided I've become quite picky with my reads. Very rare that I find something I actually like. Like, most of my books are 3 stars at the moment and it's really annoying me. Like, I want to find a 5-star read. I do have one in this stack. But, nonetheless, it's very rare these days that I will find a 5-star read. I'll start with the DNF. Can you guess which one I DNF'd? Granted, I didn't get very far, so I feel like maybe I need to give it more of a chance. But I think I've come to the conclusion I don't like pretentious dark academia books. And this book is very much it. I thought that I was going to be in for a treat with this. Six of Crows is one of my favourite series. Shadow and Bone, it's okay when Nikolai's there, but unfortunately this was not for me. It follows Alex Stern, who is in a freshman class in Yale, and she I don't really know too much about the book because I think I got about 40 pages in and I was like, I can't do this. Guys, I can't do this! Follows Alex Stan, who's a freshman at Yale, and she learns that there are some secret societies amongst the university's elites, and that's about as far as I got. And the premise of this book sounds really cool. I've had this on my TBR since like 2020. I had it when I was at uni and I just never reached for it, and I thought, oh yes, now is the time. It's autumn, I'm gonna love this, it's gonna be the vibe. No. Next we have Pride and Premeditation. First of all, this cover, oh my god, this cover is stunning, and as a craft girly myself, I very much enjoy the embroidered look. This book was okay. My enjoyment of this book may be due to the fact that I've not read the original Jane Austen masterpiece. All I know is that Mr. Darcy does this and the girly swoon, so maybe I shall watch. I'm all for a yearning man. The book follows Lizzie Bennet, who is a law student, I believe. Yes. Oh, an aspiring law student, so she's not even one yet. And her opposing lawyer, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy. I know that name. And they go head to head in trying to solve a man's murder, who is also in the original book, and I can't remember who the guy is that gets murdered. Hurst, I believe. And his brother-in-law gets framed for his murder, and like everyone's like, yeah, he did it. He's out. He's gotta go. The big prison in London, he's gotta go there because he's a bad man. He killed his brother-in-law, and Lizzie's like, no. Oh, I'm not settled for that. So she goes and meddles in the business, and lo and behold, there's not much romance in this book, which I was promised. Well, I wasn't promised, but with it being an adaptation where there's a yearning and there's... I don't know, I haven't read the book. But there's yearning in the original. There was no yearning in this. So I gave it a very pedantic 2.75. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the star of the show. Possibly my favourite book I've read this year. It was the scariest book I've ever read. Genuinely, I had to sleep with the light on because this scared me so much. And I'm not talking about the Busted song. Incidents Around the House by Mr. Josh Malerman. This book, oh, I literally cannot I don't know if I was just picturing it scarier in my head, but oh my god. So this book is told from the POV of a little girl called Bella, and the entire book is told from her POV. And at first I thought it was going to be really like off-putting, the storytelling, because it doesn't have any quotation marks. It's very much like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, I flew through this book. I think I read it in about 2 sittings, and those were 2 mainly because I was too scared to put it down because I thought that the monster was going to get me. This book is told from Bella's POV, and the fact that she has other mummy in her room, and sometimes other mummy gets really sad. Bella won't let her go into her heart, and when Bella says no, other mummy pulls a horrible face. I genuinely have never read a book as scary as this. And everyone around me had to hear about it. I talked about it at work. I think I even talked about it to a customer. So there we go. Like, the book isn't all just scares. It deals with a lot more serious stuff with her parents' marriage. It's implied that the mum is having an affair. There's a whole other more serious side of the book, and I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want to spoil it. But that part being told from a child's perspective was so sad to read about. You as the reader can interpret what's happening, but Bella's just like, oh, they're just talking, like, blah 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 blah. They've asked me to go ahead because they want to talk about adult things. It gave me the same feeling as what A Head Full of Ghosts did, and that I'd probably say is one of my favourite horror books as well, by Paul Tremblay. I'm yet to find another Paul Tremblay book that I actually like, although Halloween has gone and passed by the time you're watching this. The perfect Halloween book. It's so scary. I loved it. Like, I feel like I don't scare very easily in books, but this book scared me. I don't know. I think it's because it was told from Bella's POV. I think that's what made it scarier. And I was so hyped for this book. I knew I was going to like it, and I'm so glad I did, because I've had that so many times. I'm like, I'm going to love this book, and then I end up don't liking it. So please, please, please read this book. It's so good. Hello, it is the next morning. It is Monday morning. I have work for a little bit today. I have it for an hour because I have to go in and cover some people's lunches. Before I go in, I want to do a few little life admin-y bits. I won't tell you what it is in case it doesn't work out, but just know it's exciting stuff that I've got to do this morning. My fringe is really not fringing at the moment. I'm in the in-between stage, so I did have curtain bangs, but they're just too much effort. So I'm in the process of growing them out, so they're like a really awkward length at the moment, and I feel like if I have them down I just look really weird. So I'm just tucking them behind my ears. But then on the flip side, I'm also debating with myself, do I want to fringe again? Like, full fringe. So if I appear in one of these vlogs with a fringe, mind your own business. Anyway, I'm going to start my day. I'd just like to inform you on my whereabouts with Pet Semetary. I am really enjoying it so far. I am 54 pages in, chapter 10. And I'm really enjoying it. I mean, didn't think I wouldn't. We've been to the Pet Semetary now, which I fear this book may make me cry if it features grief and pet loss, because we have recently lost a beloved pet in our family. So maybe this isn't the best time to read this book, but what can I say? I apparently like the pain. We have met our main character, Lewis, I think it is, or Louis. I get confused with that name when I'm reading it, because I never know if it's Lewis or Louis or Louis. Anyway, we've met, I'm gonna call him Lewis, and his family, and there's this man that lives over the road called Judd Crandall. It's gonna sound really stupid, but I'm picturing Patrick from EastEnders as Judd Crandall. Don't ask me why. That was just the first face that came into my mind when Judd came on stage. So Patrick from EastEnders is in Pet Semetary. You heard it here first. But not much has happened at the moment. We've been to the Pet Semetary, and Lewis, his wife Rachel, has she's just exploded, not literally at Lewis, because Lewis has explained the process of death and pet death to their young daughter Ellie. I forgot her name for a second. And when, I don't think this is a spoiler, it gets explained like in the first 2 pages, so I think it's fine. Rachel's sister died when she was little, so I think she's still struggling with the acceptance of death, so she's not very happy that Lewis has explained death to their 8-year-old daughter, and they're just having some issues right now. But yes, I'm really enjoying it so far. Not much has happened, but I feel it's going to be a slow burn, which I'm all here for. So if the horror builds, I'm here. Anyway, I'm going to start my day. Hopefully I can get some reading in before I go to work. I'm thinking I'm going to go in at about 1 o'clock. It's 9:30 now, so I have plenty of time. Welcome to the office / under construction craft room. So since I last uploaded on this channel, I had a small business that went really, really well until it didn't. And I blame Donald Trump, not just for my shop, but for everything. I had a handmade bookmark and I started to venture into stickers and cards and crochet little bits, and it was going really, really well last year, and then the new year hit and it's just gone. America were my biggest source of customers. Can't sell to them anymore due to the trading laws. Can't sell to any countries in the EU because of Brexit. Literally the only places I could sell to were the UK. So I wasn't receiving many sales, and at one point last year I was like, this could be my full-time job. Like, I could leave my job. I work at a farm shop in my village. I was like, I can leave and do this full-time, but it just wasn't working. So I've made the executive decision to stop it. I still have quite a bit of stock left. This is all of my bookmarks I have left over. This is my existing stock. It's a bit disheartening seeing all my stock everywhere, and these boxes are like some office supplies and stuff that I just won't use anymore now I don't have my shop. So I'm in the process of selling them on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, which is a ball ache, but it is what it is. It's now a little bit later and I've done all that I needed to do today. I've done all my productive tasks. So now it's craft time. I'm just doing some cross stitch. Shouldn't take me too long to do. I've only got 1,478 stitches left to do. So slay. I mean, this is 10% apparently, so should be done in no time. I've got about an hour till I have to go to work. I'm only going to be at work for an hour, so that's fine, and then I can come back and do some more crafts. But yeah, I'm happy with the productivity of today. It's only 12 o'clock and I feel like I've done loads, so that's a slay. Hello, I just realised I can't see. Bear with me. There we go. Much better. Hello, good morning. It is now Tuesday and today I'm going out of the house. Who is this? We're gonna have a little Cotswoldy day. We are going to a village not too far away from here, about 40 minutes, called Burford. And I thought I'd bring you along because I've never been before, even though it's so close. I've only ever driven through it, and I've heard word on the street there's good little trinkety, and there's also a bookshop. Now I am on not a strict book buying ban, but trying to get my TBR down by the end of the year. It's currently on 36, 35, and I'm quite proud of that. I want to get it into the 20s by the end of the year, so I think I should definitely do it, providing I don't buy too many books. Gonna be proper influencer and show you my outfit of the day. I don't know where to put you because it's like an awkward angle. Okay, so outfit of the day, very cute, very cute. It's kind of given Boxing Day. I'm kind of here for it. So jumper is from M&S, love. Dress is vintage, but also M&S. Coat is Stradivarius. I think I've had this for years, and every year I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of it, and then I don't. And then I wear it like once or twice. So This is its yearly wear. I quite like wearing it with skirts. I feel like it looks very classy. And then I did want to wear boots, but I don't know where my boots are, so I might wear red Converse. That is the outfit of the day. Look at me being influencer. One vlog back and I'm an influencer.
I didn't question. You were coming just as I held it. That inner knowing, and so I hold it in and out of time. For I belong in love, in love. I wasn't looking when I found it. Came from a trusting and not a lacking. And so I hold it in and out of time.
Hello, good morning. Ignore the state of myself. Not feeling too fresh today, so there we have it. But I thought I'd come on and give you a little chat. It is absolutely freezing in this office. I have many things to talk to you about. First of all, I would like to talk about how good the new It show is. So I think I was saying on Monday that we were going to watch it. We watched it and oh my god, I think we're in for a treat. I am a big fan of the It franchise. I love it. I saw both of them at the cinema when they first came out, like the 2017 and 2019, I think the second one came out. Big fan. Read the book in the summer. I'm in my Pennywise era. This new show, I think there's plans for 3 different shows. So this first season is 1962. Then I think the next one is in the 30s. It's 1932. No, 38. I can't do the maths, but basically every season is going to go back 27 years because that's when It comes up out of his little cave and kills some kids. But this new show, oh my god. The one thing that I don't like, and this is just my thing with any show, there's a military plotline, which I'm never a big fan of military plotlines, but I feel like it's going to come into play excellently, so I'm not going to hate on it too much. Because when the military came into Stranger Things, I was like, it just doesn't interest me. Hate the army. Get out. One thing I would like to commend this show for, there's many things I'd like to commend this show for. First of all, the end. Weird to start with the ending, but the ending, oh my god. I was in shock. After the show finished, I was just like, oh, like, I don't want to say what happened because it's not even been out for a week yet. Oh my god, the ending was insane. I did not think they'd do that, and they did. And now I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the series. I think there's 8 episodes, so it'll take us up to the week before Christmas, which is exciting. Although I think the next episode is coming out Friday because it says early Halloween, but I don't know if that's for America, so we might get it Saturday. So I'm not really sure how the scheduling is going to go for this show. Anyway, I would just like to condemn Mr. Stephen King because his crossovers in the shows and the books are insane. Mr. Halloran from The Shining is in this show. Mr. Halloran is not mentioned in the books at all in the It book, but he's in this show. And I don't know how this is going to work out, but oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, it's never been mentioned anywhere before that... I haven't read the Shining book. I want to read that soon, actually. But isn't, like, I don't think it's mentioned in the book that he's ever been to Derry. So I'm very intrigued how this is going to work out and what kind of role he's going to have. Because they've released a trailer for episode 2. And he's in the trailer quite a bit. So I think he's going to be a big character. I'm just in my Stephen King era. And I'm here for it. I am 100% here for it. Second of all, the book. I have read quite a bit of the book now. Let me just get it. I think I'm just under halfway of Pet Semetary. I keep going to call it Salem's Lot for some reason. I'm on chapter 30, page 202. The things I read yesterday, I am not sure I trust Judd Crandall. Also, you know, I said the other day that I was picturing Patrick from EastEnders as Judd Crandall. My depiction was not right. But how I see it, whenever there's a character described in the book, that's just how the author sees them. I see them a completely different way, so I'm going to continue picturing Patrick from EastEnders as Judd Crandall. But yes, I am very much enjoying this book. I don't know who to trust, and it's starting to get quite creepy. I was reading it last night and I was reading it in the dark. I had to turn the light on. I read the introduction, which I kind of wish I didn't because Mr. Stephen King spoiled his own book, but it's fine. But the introduction was very interesting to read because this book is kind of based on an experience that he had himself, which I feel like is the theme for a lot of his books. I feel like The Shining was based on his own personal experience when he stayed at the Stanley Hotel. This book is basically the question of what if. So when King decided he was going to write this book, he'd previously stayed, I don't know if it was in Maine like it is in the book, but he was staying at this place to give a talk on one of his books, and it's at the University of Maine, and he was staying in this house, and when he got there he was told that the house is, like, the road outside the house is known for a lot of pet deaths, as a lot of quarry trucks go past and they're going fast and pets just seem to step out into the road and unfortunately find their demise. Anyway, Stephen King, I don't know whether to refer him as Stephen. I feel like we're not on first name basis. I'm going to call him King because he is. King went out into his back garden and he found a pet cemetery aptly named as it is in the book, and basically all the kids in the town whose pets have died on this road, they've buried their pets up at this pet cemetery, and it's just a way of honouring their death basically. At one point there was a time where I think it was his son, ran out into the road and he basically fell, and he didn't know whether it was his kid falling or if it was just him, like when he grabbed him he like pushed him down, but it was like very close to the road, and he thought, like, what if it happened in the middle of the road? Like, that could have ended very differently. And that's basically what this book is like. It's basically, what if something would have happened at this house? It's so good. Like, not only is it a horror, it deals with grief and how you explain grief to a little person, to a child. It's just excellent. I'm really enjoying it. I think I may be giving it 5 stars. Like I said, I'm only that just under halfway, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I fear him may be trapped in here. Look at that rain! What the heck? What the helly? Hello. It has been a couple of days since I last vlogged, but I haven't been feeling too well. I've been feeling a bit under the weather, so I haven't vlogged. But I've just come on here to say Happy Halloween! It's Halloween today. Arguably one of my favourite days of, I was about to say the week. I wish it was Halloween every week of the year. Although I do have to work today. No one at work likes Halloween. At least not the way I like. I like Halloween in a more evolved way. Anyway. Sad news, I don't think I'm going to finish Pet Semetary by the end of the week. I didn't read too much yesterday. I don't know what I was doing yesterday when I got home from work, but I read like 2 chapters last night. I'm now on page 223, chapter 32. So if I really pushed myself, I could probably finish it. But I don't think I will, so I don't want to push myself, so this will have to count as a November read, which is really annoying. I hate like going into the month with new books, so yeah, very annoying. But I want to spend my evening tonight when I get home from work watching scary films. And then also, I don't know if I'm being bamboozled, but there may be a new episode of the It show out tonight. But it might be tomorrow. But anyway, I need to finish getting ready for work and then actually go to work. So I'll see you when I'm home. Bye. Hello. I've just cozified my room, but I'm actually going downstairs. But I haven't just finished work. I finished work about an hour and a half ago, and I've had a shower. I've got into my cozies, and it's a very exciting day because not only is it Halloween, we have had a book delivery. Let me turn on a better light. We've had a book delivery of Wild Reverence by Miss Rebecca Ross. For those who don't know, which I'm sure you don't because I've been away for a long time, but Divine Rivals was one of my all-time favourite duologies, and I'm so excited to read this. I don't know if it's a prequel or if it's just set in the world, but Rebecca Ross was like, hey, I'm putting out a new book, and I was like, here's my card. But thirdly, there has been a new episode released of It Welcome to Derry. And I'm so excited. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing, if it's Monday and Friday, or if it's just because it's Halloween. I reckon that might be the case. But I'm so excited. Oh my god. But I've got to wait because I'm watching it with my parents and they're not here at the moment. So I've got to wait. But in the meantime, I'm going to listen to some of my book and do some crafts because I'm really excited to read my book. It's at a very exciting bit at the moment and the plot is going... It's hitting. The plot is hitting. So, yes. But that being said, I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I fear it may be 10 million hours long. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. If you have made it this far, leave a pumpkin emoji so I know who the real ones are. But yes, I hope you have all enjoyed this video. You will hear my full thoughts of Pet Semetary hopefully in the next video or two along, as I'm hoping to do a November reset video. So yes, I will see you all very soon with another video. Hope you have all enjoyed my return from the dead. Could you imagine? Oh my god, Pet Semetary. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye. Happy Halloween.